Welcome to the Finance Committee meeting for Tuesday, March 3rd, 2026. It is 7:03. We are online with one member, Audrey. We have quorum, so let's get started. I can't remember the rules from the Zoom days. Do I have to,
No, just open the meeting and then take a roll call. We vote on it.
we have roll call votes on everything?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all. I don't have to do anything here at the beginning just to make sure.
No, you used to have to read a disclaimer and everything, but
Good. It's been a while, so. We have on the agenda tonight Article 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, and 9. I don't think we're ready for all of them, but we can talk.
I'll just run through the ones that we are not ready for yet. Article 2 is the in-year budget adjustment. Mostly, we're not ready for that yet because of snow and ice, and it is still snowing out, so hopefully Rick didn't have to put down much sand. I know we barely have any salt, if any at all, so.
Thanks, Rick.
We are in deficit spend with that, so we'll, hopefully by the end of March, we'll be ready for you guys to vote on that, probably add a little bit extra on it in case something comes in, but I'm guessing that March 26th meeting will cover it.
Let's pray, the March 26th meeting.
You never know, the April Fool's storm years ago. Article 4, town union contracts. We've made some progress with the public safety unions, and I'm optimistic I might have something for you by the end of the month on a couple of those, hopefully. And so nothing right now, recommend holding off. Article 8, MWRA connection. If you read you probably haven't had a chance to look at it, but I sent out something this evening, or this afternoon, first to the commissioners, and then I copied you and the select board on it, basically suggesting to them that we need to get some information out there. I've provided you with the draft information, but I need to make sure the commission are comfortable with it. That's the direction they want to proceed. So again, recommend holding off on that particular article until the 26th.
Okay. So tonight, we're looking at 3,
3,
3,
7,
4,
and
no,
9.
3, 7, and 9.
And I see Tamara's here, so yes, I think 7 will be okay. Probably the easiest one out of all of them is Article 9, which is the no-interest loan there. That's pretty much a no-brainer. We're actually in phase 16 of that, so we've done it 16 different times. It's a great opportunity that the MWRA has out there for sewer work, right?
I think that's easy. Should we start at Article 9 and work our way backwards? Everyone okay with
I gave
that?
you a brief summary of it. Basically, it's $1 million plus, but 800 plus is in the form of a grant. So it's 268,250, no interest loan to be paid back in equal installments over 10 years. And that's on page 4 of the summary I provided for you a couple days ago.
Any questions from anyone on Article 9? Yep.
How many more phases are left?
So they're up to phase 17 right now, so this thing could go forever. It's basically giving the communities
Spreading out?
money back. It's like an Eversource rebate type program.
Okay.
So it could go on forever.
Okay, thank you for your honesty.
Other questions? Seeing none, do we have a motion?
Make a motion for favorable action on Article 9, I'm sorry.
Kathleen seconds. So now, I gotta do the roll call vote.
Yes.
Audrey?
Yes.
Scott?
Yes.
Kathleen?
Yes.
April?
Yes.
Mike? Yes. Ron?
Yes.
Doug?
Yes.
Me, I'm a yes.
Yes.
Josette?
Yes.
Jean?
Yes.
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 That is 14. Oh,
No.
13?
13. There's 2 signs left. So let's
2
divide
signs,
by-
thank you, you're right.
Marking.
That's it, we'll do the easy math. I won't count, we'll just subtract. Perfect, 13, and I assume there was no, all 13 were yes, so I can say 0, 0. Perfect.
Got it, thank you. So hopping back to Article 3, which is the big one. As you can see in the memo, I outlined the motion that Jody and I have worked on for this one. I also took this opportunity to kind of highlight where the changes and adjustments were made. If you're okay, I'll just kind of run through
I think that's,
just kind of high level where we're at, how we came up with this. We had originally budgeted for, we were told 15% increase in the health insurance. That came in at 8.97%, which helped big time. We also had a decrease in the borrowing figure due to the interest rate coming in favorably. We budgeted 4.25%. It came in at 3.8 and change, which was great for the mostly for the high school borrowing there. We also had some benefits on the sewer and water side and on the second to last borrowing in the middle school. So, but the big impact was the high school. So we freed up some funds there. As I mentioned at the last meeting, we met with the school committee representation and the superintendent. Where there's a consensus budget. School's satisfied with it for now. I just checked with Superintendent Goff. She confirmed that's still the case. And, you know, we'll take a look at it once again in the fall. Hopefully, state aid comes in higher like it has the last few years, and maybe we can get them back to the $260,000 that they're looking for, that additional funding there. So, as far as the town side, some of the major items where I added back in, you'll see a couple $200, $500, and for the most part, those smaller portions are just to get back up to where the request was or where the current funding was. The biggest, I'll just go down the list. Biggest increase first off was $30,000 to the reserve fund. I had that at $470. I didn't like it there, but to balance the budget, I just cut $330 grand off of it. So this brings it back into what it was at with the current fiscal year. Obviously, that's a big factor in our budget, just in reserves, to make sure to cover any shortfalls we may have. Going down the list. Legal services. As I mentioned in one of the previous memos, we've had a surge in legal services over the last few years, specifically with a lot of the land use cases with zoning and planning board. And I'm looking to add a little bit of more funds in there. Originally, the request I submitted went from 310 to 355. To balance the budget, I took out about 9,000 of that, and I'm just looking to add a little bit more in, so the increase in the legal services would go up $14,000. I'm fairly confident we can manage within those means there. Elections and registrars, just to point out, again, it's not a lot. It's I added $1,000 to personnel line, but I also added $3,000 to security services, which is the police detail, and the postage. I'm just concerned with the upcoming election cost over the next year or so. We have the primaries, the 2-year cycle ones, the town budget, the town election. So I'm just looking to get it not quite where originally Liz submitted this budget to where she requested, but get her a little closer there. Building maintenance, I sprinkled in a little bit of the funds there. I did shortchange Cam's budget a little bit, so I looked to add some money in Heaton at Boyden School, Elm Street School, just $1,000 each, and the high school, $5,000. Obviously, I didn't know when I was setting this budget that we were gonna have a war with Iran, and that's gonna drive up oil prices even more, but if that's long-term, I could probably address it in the fall, or just look to cut back on expenses a little bit in terms of heating costs and everything. What else do we got? Police and fire departments, probably where I made the biggest changes. I looked specifically with police to add 30,000 back into their overtime. I cut that pretty deep there, down to 570, so I increased it to the request, which was $600,000, adding 30,000 back in there. And a few other places where I increased the expenses, most notably in equipment maintenance contracts. I was more or less concerned with making sure that the chief is able to get all his upgrades in there. That's mostly for a lot of the 911 comm center issues we may have, so I wanted to restore those to level services. More or less same thing goes for the fire department. I added in 30,000 in OT there to get him back to at least level funding with the current fiscal year. added a little bit more money in overtime training too, to get him back to level funding. And in a few little spots specifically, I increased gas and diesel up to 5,000 to bring it back in line with what he requested. Special services. Next big change was, and it's kind of a trade-off, Tri-County Voc and Norfolk County Aggie. You'll see Tri-County Voc, their assessment went down 24,000, but I just added that back into the Aggie. The Aggie usually doesn't come in with their numbers until the end of the spring, sometime in there, right before school closes out. I'm just concerned, I cut, the request was for 164. I brought it all the way down to 120, so I added 24,000 back into there, bringing it up to 144. So just more or less a concern. It was a trade-off there on those two. Solid waste and recycling, added some funding back into there. Again, originally I had a request of 2.9 even in that one. Brought it down to 50,000 to balance it out, and I'm more comfortable keeping that 50,000 in there at this point. Again, we don't use it, we turn it back over, but our contract is coming up this year. We may need some funding in there to hire consultants to review the RFP. We're almost done with the RFP. We gotta run it by the select board, but I felt more comfortable adding that 50,000 back in there. And Cultural Council on page 27, as we discussed, I funded that at $13,000 your last meeting, or maybe 2 meetings ago. And I added the last 2 items of note. OPEB contribution, brought that up to level services at, they added 25,000 in there, bring it to 275 even with this year. And same with unemployment compensation, brought that to 250 to keep it level. So I kind of ran through the high-level things. If you have any specific questions that I didn't cover, lay them on me.
Not a question, but a comment. I really enjoy seeing the percentages on the side. That was really helpful.
Oh.
If it's possible to get that in the update for like next spring, when we see it again, it was just, it really helped me go through it again.
Sure,
So it was
that's
just,
easy enough. Yeah.
Other questions? Seeing none, do we have a motion for favorable action on Article 3? You want to read it, Doug?
do I have to read it, or do I have to say as cited in the memo?
Approve the motion as presented in the town administrator's February 26th memo on page 2.
And I will make a motion for favorable action on Article 3 as, for $129,505,325, with the distribution as outlined in the town administrator's article, town administrator's memo dated March 3rd.
We have a motion, a second. Scott, I think I saw your hand, you're getting it.
Could I just,
Yep.
the memo is dated February 26th.
I'm sorry, you are correct. I
Just-
was looking at the reason.
Okay, I just,
It's a lawyer in the room.
Yeah, right.
All right, we have a motion, we have a second. Scott, how do you vote? Kathleen? April? Yes.
Yes.
I'm a yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
And I see a thumbs up from Audrey up there, so, perfect. That is 1300. Article 7, did we want to go through Article 7?
Sure. Tamara, are you comfortable with that? So, like Tamara makes her way up here, I did send out that information as submitted by Walpole Media Corp. And, Tamara, take it away.
Thank you. As I do every year, I start off by reminding not just all of you, but all of the viewers, that we are independently funded by the cable stations in town, so we have no impact whatsoever on the town's budget. Our budget this year is is $515,945.91, which is 1% less than last year's budget, and that's because we allocated a certain number of funds for the building of our new facility. So that's not in our budget this year. So it's essentially a level-funded budget. And then we just have a capital request of $6,012.08 for a total budget of $536,957.99, which includes a $15,000 school technology cable leadership grant that we offer to any teacher or student in Walpole or who doesn't live in Walpole but goes to school in Walpole or teaches in Walpole.
Excellent.
How long is the scholarship good for? Is it an annual?
In perpetuity.
Does the individual, can they be the recipient more than 1 year, or do you have a
Through the
big?
Walpole Scholarship Foundation, so I'm not quite sure what their requirements are, but it's usually for a graduating senior, so I'm assuming the answer would be no.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Mayor.
Is your new facility completely operational at this point?
It's completely operational, however, we have no furniture. That will hopefully be coming very soon.
And that was in the FY '26 budget?
Correct.
Thanks.
Any other questions? Seeing none?
I'm sorry, just
Yeah,
one more.
no, you're good.
And this might be for you, Jim, as well. Has the rate of subscription for cable remained the same, or has it started to decline?
We track it every quarter when we get the Verizon, the Comcast payments. It's dropped, not significantly. It seems to drop a small percentage each year. And as people get YouTube TV and Hulu, whatever else, I think that's eventually going to continue to happen here. Right now, I did give you the current balance, which is $783.
Right.
You know, they're at a little bit of a disadvantage because when we funded the addition at the high school, we had to take the whole $400,000 out of there, so we had to decrease that. But in years past, it was always around this time, 900 to 1.1 million. So instead of, I think years ago, we used to collect low 80s each quarter. It's down to like mid-60s, 60,000. So we're monitoring, and I've talked to Tamara about it, I've talked to Kristen Zarek, the chair, about it, just saying, eventually, they still have a reserve of about $200,000 that was initially set up when Walpole Media first formed. What was that, maybe 10 years ago, 10 plus years ago? So they're still sitting on that reserve, but it's something we're keeping an eye on as of late.
Thanks.
And there is some legislature that we're hoping will pass in the State House, which will require streaming services to fund local cable stations. If that passes, then we could potentially see even more than what we used to get from Comcast and Verizon.
That would be positive.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And the last thing I will add is, once we do get our furniture, we will be having a series of open houses. You'll be hearing about that, so hopefully all of you can attend. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful, thank you. Any other questions? Do we have a motion for Article 7?
So move. Favorable action on the Walpole Media Corporation article in the amount of $536,957.99.
Second?
Second? No, I'm-
Kathleen? I'm going to vote. Scott, yes? April?
Yes.
Mike? Yes. Vaughn? Doug?
Yes.
I'm a yes.
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 Yes. What was that? Sorry, that was a no? Did you say?
Yes. Yep.
You said yes, sorry, you
You
said
said
yep.
yep.
I thought you said no. Caught me off guard for a second.
Yes.
Steve, you're good? Audrey?
Yes.
Again, 1300.
Thank you.
Can't screw me up with the yelp.
I do have one more thing, and I see Phil Mackey in the room. He's the lead sponsor for Article 2, Citizens Petition. I know initially we had this on the agenda. If you're okay with it, I'd like to just ask Phil to kind of give an overview of that. You're not set to vote on that again until, I think it's March, after the planning board has their hearing. If you're okay, can we just listen to Phil?
I have not a problem at all.
Yeah.
What's the article?
So Article 12 is a citizens petition to rezone one single parcel, right, Phil?
Yep.
Yeah. And it's right where the Bronco dealer is, right?
It's right behind, yes, it is the Bronco dealer.
Yeah,
Yes.
He bought it.
right on Route 1A. Yeah.
So,
Right where?
Route 1A.
Near the, like before the junkyard, the industrial parks on your left-hand side, you keep going, there's Mustang Farm.
Here, Kenny Jones's place.
Okay. We just need it for the, yep, got it. Just need it near you. Or be really loud.
I know what it looks like, but if I point in the wrong direction, I apologize. I can't see that.
Oh, he's got a microphone if you want there, if you wanna.
Now, this is better. Thank you, though. So basically, I represent Mike Cook, who owns basically a Bronco restoration business. Most of us knew it as MF Landscape for years, right on Route 1. You can see the triangle parcel that's outlined on the plan here. He bought that from one of his neighbors because he is attempting to expand his business in Walpole. And the problem being is that his neighbor owns rural land, and businesses are not allowed, at least not this type of business, in our rural zone. So two spoken with the building commissioner, we have an outline that's very conceptual, what he wants to do with his building. He's trying to put two additional bays on, and I'm told because of the way engines are rebuilt and what he does inside of the building, it kind of needs to be to the side and to the back. And so, notwithstanding that he owns the land, he can't do that because his building currently goes over the zoning district line. When we have the public hearing with the planning board, we come back, I can bring neighbors to back up what I'm about to say. But clearly, the man who sold him the property is for this, and to the best of my knowledge, all of his immediate neighbors, some of them signed the petition. We couldn't get everybody in time to make the deadline, but as far as I know, none of the residential neighbors have any issue with it. The limited manufacturing further up the street is clearly on board. So what we're trying to do is rezone that triangle from rural to limited manufacturing, and that will let him expand his building and keep his business where it is. And the only other thing I would point out on the plan is there's a 40-foot buffer, which is in kind of light green on the plan. So effectively, it will not have any significant impact on any of his residential neighbors, because nothing can go hard up against the zoning district line as it's redrawn. And it's 40 feet for industrial or manufacturing to residential. That's really about it. It's a fairly simple concept, but without this, he probably can't stay there because he needs to get slightly bigger. And just the way geography is, I'm going this route, so for those of you who don't know, I can't get a use variance because it's not legal in Walpole. So without changing the zoning, there's nothing I can do to expand this building the way he needs to. And then, of course, we'll go through site plan, planning board, so on and so forth. So we're not asking you to approve a plan. We're asking you to endorse or vote favorable action to rezone this from R to LM. And if that happens, then I would go through the process with the administration, building commissioner, planning board, et cetera, to actually permit the building. That's really the sum of what we're trying to do.
Any questions from anyone?
How big is the lot that needs to be rezoned?
Gotta look at the plan.
Acre, half acre, 2 acres?
it is just over half an acre, it's 24,000 square feet.
I'm sorry, is this abutting a limited manufacturing, or would this just be part of a just standalone limited manufacturing?
No, so and I apologize if I didn't hear you completely. I got old armory injury, I don't hear very well. At any rate, the existing shop is zoned LM, and the only way this is legal is to tack LM onto LM. I can't spot zone, because that would be illegal. So we're expanding the existing LM zone. It is surrounded on two sides by rural, but the common boundary is to an existing limited manufacturing piece of property.
Thank you.
So the gameplay would be, and I saw Phil here, so I figured I'd just save him the trip, but March 19th is the public hearing for all three zoning articles, the two in-house ones that Patrick's mentioned to you, and the one Phil's the lead petitioner on. So tentatively, you guys are set to talk about this on the 26th, so it just kind of lines up fine. And Phil, I would just ask you get me that map and any narrative so I can share it with the.
Will do. Yeah, we got a notice from IFA saying be here, so here I am.
Gotcha.
I know the other boards have their public hearing, the neighbors seem to support it. Is there any opposition from anybody?
Not that I know of. Doesn't mean there isn't, because
Right.
people are watching on TV now, but notices were mailed out. We talked to everybody. Mike literally knocked on all of his neighbors' doors, and no one threw rocks at him, so as far as I know, there isn't.
When you say neighbors, is that, like, does he live in that neighborhood or just?
No,
as a
he
business
owns
owner?
it, but so basically, you can see all of the lots on the plan.
I just wasn't sure if he was a resident of the
In fact,
area.
everybody on this plan, with possibly the exception of this one up here, but definitely all of these, and a couple across the street.
Just as a point of clarification, he's in the building right on 1A.
Yes.
In the red square is where he wants to add on,
Correct.
and it just crosses over the,
By a few feet.
by how many?
By a couple of feet.
Yeah.
But that's what we've got. If we could have done anything differently, I wouldn't be here, but
Gotcha.
we put our heads together with Jim Crowley, who was fairly creative, and this was his route.
Okay. Any other questions? I think we're good for now, since we'll wait till the next
March 26th.
26th. Yeah, thank you for this.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your time. Thanks, Jim.
Come back, sorry. So we've talked 2, we've voted 3, we're gonna delay 4, we voted 7, we voted 9, so I think we're at Article 8.
Yeah, so right now, I know that that's the one I mentioned with the
Yeah.
connection. I updated, I was looking for some feedback from the commissioners. I'm expecting they're gonna say, this looks good, we'd like you to add X, Y, and Z, to the informational sheet, so.
So we'll wait for, after they meet and
Yeah.
get to the next stage, go from there? Good. If there's anything else we need to do?
When is your next meeting?
26th.
Same as ours.
No.
Wait, 9th
The
and
ninth, next
23rd is a
Monday.
meeting after, we have a meeting in the 9th and then 23rd.
Perfect. Anything from anyone else that we need? Anything we're missing, Jim?
I don't think so. If you have any questions about the MWRA, just the connection, let me know. I know Dick reached out about, life of the wells and everything, and what I gave you, I tried to incorporate some of that in there.
That was good
But like,
information.
something else comes up in the interim, it'd be helpful to have that question before, just so we could work on it.
Good math. Good work there. Appreciate it. Seeing nothing else to discuss? What's next? Yeah, I know. I feel like, wait a minute. I feel like we're missing something wrong.
We don't have any minutes.
No minutes to
No
go over.
minutes.
We're good from there. And I need a motion to adjourn, and we got to do the roll call.
Are we doing?
Unless
the
you want me to
meeting
leave, and then you don't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, are we meeting Thursday?
first? It's a tentative.
No, sorry, it is, we are not, thank you.
Okay.
So the next meeting is the 26th, and I will not be here on the 26th. I'll be traveling for work. You're not here either? You're in charge.
If things changed, and you wanted to do it remotely, I could do it, but I know it's tough, so if it changes.
I'll be at a 20, yeah, I'll be at a trade show and, in Las Vegas. Yeah, well, at 7 o'clock will be 4 o'clock there. I'll still be at a trade show booth. Working hard.
It's not Dubai.
Yeah, exactly, yeah, exactly.
You got out of Dubai in time.
Yes, yeah.
So our next meeting is the
Oh, wait a
26th.
second, no, I will be here.
You're
I'm
here
sorry.
the 26th?
Yeah, it's
Thank you, Denny.
it's the following week that I'm not here.
Doug?
All right, perfect.
20, yeah.
So we will meet on the 26th. Seeing nothing else, do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved?
Second.
I was waiting.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
We got a thumbs up online, perfect.
Bye.
13-0, right?
13-0-0.